Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play series for Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I am S.A.N, and when we last left off, we had just exposed the advisor for the Gerudo as an imposter. And we now have access to the Sanctum beneath the sands where the rift is located. And we're going to be heading there now. So, back to my favorite warp point. But we'll be going beneath the sands now, I suspect. Alright, so... uncharted territory that we have to... coming up, but we have to avoid all of these re-deads and other monsters at the moment. At least we'll be able to make some progress now in getting this rift dealt with. Yeah, the whole plan of... let's keep fighting all the monsters until they go away, and the rift goes away with them. I mean, look how tired this person looks. It's pretty clear the Gerudo's plan was never going to work out. But we knew that. Fortunately, we are here now. Oh, okay, an ice switch. I need something to hit that with. Like a boomerang or a bow normally, but I don't have either of those. Let's see if the keys will work. There we go. Alright, now we have these wind cannons, which we can get echoes out of. And now we can start, dispersing all the sand dunes we see lying all over the place here. They also are going to serve as, well, relatively effective obstacles for us, but we can fortunately bind them to us magically and then just pull them off into nothing. There we go. Ah! And, that will teach me not to try and take a drink of water when I'm recording the gameplay for these, and move at the same time. These should look familiar to anyone who's played Zelda games before. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to go over there and get that eye switch. Speaking of eyes, I just noticed that these blade trap things now have eyes on them that follow us. That's new. Or at least I think that's new to this game. I've never seen them with that design before. Gibdos! The actual Gibdos that have, the bandages that look like mummies, not like the ones from the Tears Kingdoms that look like insectoid version of the Redeads. They pushed the Dark Nut off. Well, they can't damage it any other way. Also, apparently they don't have the paralyzing cry that the Redeads do. Okay. Alright. I'm probably not going to make too much use of this. Though they are probably immune to the Redead's cry. Yeah, oh, okay, bandage monster, yeah. They're usually weak to fire. That's their standard weakness because they're mummies. Alright. Small keys. This technically counts as a dungeon then. Even though we have not yet reached, the rift location. Alright, let's try this wind cannon out. Yeah, so it works basically the same as the fans and tears. They could have just made it the same thing. I guess they wanted to make it look aesthetically different because they function exactly the same. Oh look, an opportunity to make use of them. First we have to deal with these scorpions. Yeah, they're a little quick for the Dark Knight. And it actually can damage it with a sting that will pierce the armor, apparently. That's a really sharp stinger, if that's the case. There we go. But I should search this room before we leave, because there's clearly something else in here. Getting lots of echoes now. That's why I'm starting to actually make use of the whole favorites option and things and sorting through them. Because if I don't, it's going to take a while to sort through the list now. Right, now I have the key to open that locked door. So let's go see what's through there. Down we go. Alright, another 2D section. More of these blade traps. I could ride on top of them, sort of. Sort of right on top of them. See, if I fall... Yeah, I can. This holds it in place. Can I use it as a platform? No, it jumps with me, so that's not gonna work. Ow. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Well, that's quick. Yeah, unfortunately, they're gonna keep hitting me. Oh, a fairy. How do I get over there? Yeah, unfortunately, that positions it that way. That doesn't work. There we go, and yeah. It pushes me, but not far enough. And the bed isn't going to work because, yeah. Huh. Yeah, and try doesn't reach far enough. Even if he did, I'd just be bound to it and nothing would ever actually happen. I'm going to try the tornado again, am I? No, we've already established that it moves too fast for me to bind to it properly. I can send it after this blade trap. Can I actually attack these things? Okay, the tornado can't. Yeah, let's just give up and move on. We've not reached the actual dungeon yet, so we're not in the rift yet, so there's nothing in that chest that's going to be really important. Okay, good to know. These wind cannons can serve as a shield against these blade traps. Ow. Oh, I can also they can be damaged. Path blade echo, apparently that's what it's called. Okay. I wonder how useful that's going to be. Another gap to cross here. More room this time, so my usual strategy of making a staircase of beds might be more effective, but I think I need to start it off lower. I wonder that one didn't break. Interesting. Alright. Oh, nope, position's wrong. Alright. Staircase of beds. Now I just need a wind cannon to get rid of that. Now once again I'm going to try conjuring it inside the wall. Oh, that did work. Oh, now the path blade's out here now. Okay. Well, that could be a problem. Yeah, because now it's going to... It'll just saw right through the beds. Okay, I've created a slightly different problem. Darknet, take it out. Okay, so it can't damage my Darknet. The armor is too thick. Apparently I wanted to see how the path blade would work against it, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Yeah, no. I don't know why I decided to do that. I keep seeming to want to try to use the wind cannon to propel me across. I don't think that's going to work. I actually don't remember getting much use out of the wind cannon echo, apart from actually its purpose of, you know, disturbing sand dunes. Yep, no, time to use for the tried and true method. And now just place a trampoline on top. Suppose I could have used the new the pat boom thing, or whatever it's called, the one-eyed platform there. Here's where I couldn't find the trampoline for a little bit. Like I said, it's getting a little crowded in there. Oh, a black Gerudo. This one's probably stronger. Based on, all right, see how they react to fire. Okay, yep, they burn. Oh, and it's a Rita under there. Does that mean if you burn the other ones, they get Ritas, or is this something specific to this one? Look, just die already. You cannot win! Okay, so look at the echo, that's good. Gerudo level 2. Okay, so this one specifically transforms into the Rita. Rare that you get the the upgraded version of an echo in the same area you got the previous echo. That doesn't happen very often in this game. I'm just going to open that path up just in case we need to come back this way. I don't think we're going to need to. But you never know. And here is the plug, apparently, that we need to move. There we go. Let the sands flow. This reminds me an awful lot of the original Paper Mario with the dry desert and the dry ruins. I should play that at some point. See, I knew we were gonna have to come this way. Alright, time to get to the dungeon proper. As you can see, the rift entrance is just a short ways into the Gerudo Sactum. Alright. Time to go inside. Let's see what this one's like. I imagine there'll be lots of sand. Link! Or no, or is that imposter Link again? Or another imposter Link? Yeah, but we've run into enough imposters by this point that we should be suspicious. Okay, we're starting off in 2D here. There was a lot on that first floor. Well, there's probably more, but... Yeah, okay, so these wind cannons disrupt our movement on the ladders. Okay, so we need to block that one wind tunnel section there with this rock, presumably. There we go. Alright. Fork in the road and a locked door. Really, really want to find a map. Navigating these dungeons becomes so much simpler when you have a map. Oh, it's the flying tiles that that lady wanted me to find. Okay, yeah. Oh, they home in us this time. These have been a staple of the Legend of Zelda franchise for a long time. As far back as Link to the Past, I believe. Fortunately, I have a really... No, don't jump! Well, unless he decides to jump over the tiles, he serves as a very effective shield against them. Alright, well now I can go complete that side quest. Alright, now we go the other way because there's no other way to proceed here. Oh, here's another type of puzzle I really like. Pulling this open and then having to get to the exit before it closes. Nope. I just favor the trampoline. I use it a lot. Okay. Binding spell here. Pull the door open, and pretty simple puzzles thus far, but they'll get more complicated. Map? No, it's only gonna be the key because it's a locked door. Otherwise, you can't proceed further. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the keys, they're not a threat. Alright, what's behind this locked door? Alright, so now we get these snake statue echoes. These statues are going to be important to this dungeon as we proceed. So, yeah, we'll probably pick one of these up now. It won't become apparent until later why. Oh, and here we encounter a really annoying enemy that was a really annoying boss in a previous Zelda game, the Mathulas. For those of you who saw my Link to the Past Let's Play series, the first one I ever did on my channel, you might know that I really didn't like the dungeon that I encountered Mathula in before. And Mathula itself was a very annoying boss fight. And apparently, this regular enemy version is not much different. Come on. There we go. And now I can summon it if I want to. Not the best echo, because they kind of just float around, play around the most part, but still. Alright, well I see the boss door, but it's buried in the sand here, so we need to find a way to unbury it. And here we have a treasure chest on the other side of that door, the wall here. Not sure how we're gonna get to that. Try will go through it so we can bind ourselves to it. But even with our binding, I'm not sure how useful this is going to be because, well, now we can move it around. There's sand coming down from the ceiling. I don't know if that's important or not. I'm pretty sure I don't end up getting this treasure chest just for that reason. It's kind of awkwardly placed. Alright. Conveyor belt section. Pretty easy to see what we're supposed to do here. I've seen these things rocket off all the time whenever I'm not summoning them, and then when I summon them, they don't do anything. Fortunately, the tornado is pretty good at pushing these blocks around, and that lets us get across. Alright, down we go, presumably into another 2D section. Yep. Oh, it's another one of those armadillo things being encountered previously. Different color, so it's probably the upgraded one now. There we go. Get it! Get it! It's too quick! It's also tough, apparently. Well, it's an armadillo. They've got armor as well, so I guess it translates into wide hit points. Yes. Caramadillo, level 2. Okay, I haven't used the first one really all that much. Time to use that mole echo that took me 3 minutes to get. Golden egg. Potion ingredient. Alright, and here we go again. I could probably just jump over it at this point. The dark net makes such an effective wall. Alright. What's this say? Seek 2 distinct tributes, clues to this. Yeah, so we're going to need to find 2 very specific statues to open this door. We do not have the snake one. We have the snake one. It's not one of them, unfortunately. Alright, through here, hopefully we'll find some clues. Oh no, not more moles! Okay, fortunately, there seems to only be one of them, and second of all, I know the trick to fighting them now. Alright, that tablet presumably has some information on it I need. But I should probably take care of these monsters first. Okay, so a blue elephant is one of the statues I need. Fortunate mole is just willing to just sit in its hole and ignore us. I could probably just leave at this point. But I should probably take it out just in case a mysterious treasure chest appears, but I still don't have the map, so it'd be nice to get the map. And it'd be annoying if the map was locked behind killing this mole. Yeah, so this is the trick I use, basically. Just keep summoning it over and over and over again. Alright. No map still. So the other one is somewhere on this floor. Well, the tablet is at least. Oh, a Poe! Okay, they're usually really quick, so the darkness, yeah, the fire they leave behind is going to do a lot of damage, apparently. Armored foes tend to be weak to magic, so that makes sense. Alright, well, I can pick up these pots and throw it. Yeah, that actually, this is a pretty good strategy. I mean, this is how I took out the ball and chain soldier in Link to the Past. Alright. Let's go for some pots and start throwing those. High quality pots from Hyrule Castle. Do they do more damage? Apparently it disappears once it reaches the wall. It reappears in the center, so... There we go. This thing has a lot of hit points. Yeah, there's energy particles floating around. I presume that's the intended use, was to take it out with the sword fighter form. I have my own approach. It's working much better. Classic Legend of Zelda strategy, just smash a pot on its forehead. Wow, how tough is this thing? I lost count at this point how many that is. Finally. Alright. Mini boss map. And the Poe Echo. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna leave. That might be worth trying. Hey, the map finally. Alright, lots of potential rooms here where that other tablet could be stored. I still actually find the statues as well. Where does this go? Oh, this goes outside. Okay, we're still following Link by the looks of it. Alright, let's see how good this is. Okay, the fire trail it leaves does a fair bit of damage by the looks of it. It constantly backs up though, so it's not a very effective guard. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. It flees a lot. So it's more like a trap setter than a... well, that one just fell to its death. Than the Dark Net, which is more of a guard. Could still be useful. Yeah, let me pick you up. Oh, wow! Oh, the fire hurts me too? Oh, that's a problem. That's a serious problem. That's going to be a serious... I think I'm actually going to drink a potion this time, just because... As fun as it is to always rest in the bed. I didn't buy these for a reason. Yeah, unfavorited right away. That's going to be a bit of a nuisance if its fire damages me as well. Yeah, and now I will favorite the trampoline. I should at this point. Almost fell off the edge there. I'm pretty sure I favored it Subway because I... okay, yeah. I remember these towers. You have to rotate the bottom part to get the ladder in the right place. There's a lot of that in this dungeon. Making use of the binding spell is quite important here. Alright, what's in here? More money. They're handing out lots of rupees. More tornadoes. I can just avoid these guys at this point. There we go. Yep, some sort of mud or quicksand. There we go, I finally decided to favorite the trampoline because of how much useful it's been. Alright, warp point, that's good. Alright, treasure chest. These Mathulas look like they should be able to like sprinkle poison powder onto something. That is maybe left over some things like Pokemon where most like Butterfree can do that. And that sort of remind me of that. Uh-oh. I should probably just leave. We're not being forced into combat here, so there's not much point in sticking around. That's the nice thing about the Legend of Zelda franchise, as opposed to like lots of other RPGs. There's no experience system, so if you don't want to fight something, you don't have to. Okay, that looks like more quicksand. And there's one of those sand piranhas in there. Alright, have to make it to the exits before... closes. Yep, there we go. Bed. Ah! Yeah, it's just no point in risking it. Let's pull this back out. There we go. And another statue. This one's a cat, not an elephant. More Gyrudos as well. What happens to these guys when they're on fire? What do they turn into? Nothing. Apparently it just burned to death. Oh, that's quite effective. Apparently I still want to try the Poe out a little bit. It's an undead creature, so is it affected by the cry? I don't think it's just ever going to be in range for it. Doesn't look like it. Alright, look at this statue, because I might need this as well. It's such a small space. Yeah, no. Something else besides the Poe. In the end, invulnerability pays off. Let's take a nap. Oh, that's quite funny. When you're trying to get some sleep, but the neighbors just keep screaming. Singing and fighting. Making short of that. Those redeads are tough. I don't remember them ever being that tough in any of the other games. And nothing in here again. Alright, let's see if we can find the other statues now. There's a big room up ahead. I have a feeling we're about to run into Link. Or Imposter Link. There we go. It's almost like I'm clairvoyant or something. He's got a bow this time. Ha! Zelda's not helpless. She can spin. Alright. What to use here? Well, that's right. For a moment, I tried chasing him around with this to see if I can knock him into the holes. No, but the wind does disrupt his arrows. That's not a bad plan, but yeah. He's not going to let me just push him into the holes. Oh yeah, I can throw it at him, obviously. And once again, I try the Poe out. He's very accurate with that bow. You're gonna attack him at all? Yeah, considering how difficult it was to get this Poe and it was a whole mini boss I got from it, it's not that good. Wow. Unfortunately, I think the Dark Knight's just a little too slow to go after him. Ropes are quicker, but he keeps jumping on platforms. Alright, let's try some projectiles of my own. Apparently, two missile weapons cancel each other out when they hit each other. There we go. This is working a bit better now. Fortunately, these walls are obstructing the shots enough. Alright, just keep summoning new ones. Just overwhelm him. And try and corner him. There we go. Is that it? Is there no phase 2 this time? There was a phase 2 last time. Oh, never mind. What? Oh boy, is there ever a phase 2. Now there's 3 of them. Alright. The same strategy should work this time, I think, though. Just need to focus on one of them. Yeah, let's try using the sword fighter form. There we go, 1 down. Get some heart back. Whoa, what? He's got magic arrows. Did it just... I think it clipped into the sand dune there and disappeared. I deleted it. There we go. Is there a phase 3? There's gonna be 5 of them now? No, okay, now we get the bow. So, if this was a classic Legend of Zelda game, the boss fight we'd be expecting would be weak to the bow. Yeah. So we need to look for the real link. Bow of Might. Is that an anthill? Something similar to one. Beetle Mound. Okay. And nope. Oh, what? What? Okay, the game didn't know what to do there. The beetle echo, I guess. There you go, it's a smash now. Alright. Form a bridge over this way, and sword fighter form to cut through this dark webbing. I was expecting there to be something that would, showcase the bow a little bit after we just picked it up. But maybe I was supposed to use the bow to get rid of that little anthill thing. Oh. Some sort of fire turrets. Explored most of this place now. Alright, I assume I'm supposed to bind these things and then turn them? There we go. It should be fine if I leave that one there. As long as I stay on the right. Oh, the elephant statues! 1 down. Reminds me of Ganesha from Shin Megami Tensei. Also a blue outfit. And now we have a key. Is there any locked doors that we haven't gone through yet? I don't remember any, but we'll check the map in a moment. There we go. Alright. Locked door. There's still that treasure chest I haven't gotten, but I'm pretty sure I ended up getting it. Apparently I'm going to go back and try, though, first. Alright, so apparently I feel like beating my head against this wall a bit more. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here, unless there's a way of lowering the sand at some point. And we're supposed to put it on that sand, so... But every time we leave the room, it resets, I'm pretty sure. There's no other way into that room as far as I know. Alright, let's move on. There's clearly nothing important underneath that in that chest. Alright, so I have one of the statues I need at this point. I have to find the other still. And that means it's presumably in this area over here. Behind that locked door. This is the wrong way there. Yeah, I have to go back outside first. Alright. Yeah, you can just warp to that. I just remembered. Well, at least I'm trying to use the warp points a bit more. It cuts down on some backtracking. I haven't made it into that little window yet. Maybe that's how you get into that treasure chest. This room. Oh well. Alright, well, let's go explore through that door first, then we'll come back to that other area. Alright, I don't need to bother with that thing anymore because we're going through the other door. Oops. There we go. Oh, okay, light the brazier puzzle. Oh, and the wind. Okay, so the wind is going to prevent me from lighting them easily, I suspect. So I should get rid of that first. The bow should help with that, I think. There we go. Is that enough, or do I have to actually get rid of the thing? Let's find out. It looks like it should be fine. Right, there we go. Yeah, it stays lit. Oh, interesting. Apparently it only turns so far in one direction. Okay, goes the other way. Okay. Give me the little candle. This little... Ah, there we go. Second tablet. The wings atop a tower, bears with sharp eyes, a strong beak. Okay, so that's an eagle, because in a previous Zelda game there was an eagle that was a boss fight at the top of a tower. Called the Eagle's Tower. So I haven't seen a tower yet, but that's presumably outside. This way, perhaps? Stupid shadow scorpions. Look, this is just a waste of time. Just go away. Go bug someone else. So glad I favored that trampoline. Yet more redheads. Well, it seems like a good time to try one of the Gibdos. They should be presumably immune. Yeah, let's try the higher level one. There we go. Whoa, they have a high attack power. Yeah, they are immune to the cry. Ah, this looks familiar. Yeah, I should probably clear the sand away because I think I need to bind to there. That little... Yeah, that right there. And then pull it this way. There we go. Kind of looks like a tower. There it is, the eagle statue. Hawk statue, apparently. Whatever. Yeah, let's just teleport back. Alright, so we can open this door now. Let's just open the notebook so I can find the actual statues. There we go. Well, I don't think it matters the order. So, there we go. It didn't specify an order or anything, so it's just place both of them on the pedestals. Another sand plug. Presumably this will let the sand out of that area, a room up here, lets us get access to the boss door. There we go. But also, there's a pit there now, so we're going to have to find our way around. Ah, and there's the chest with the boss key. We need that. That's through here. Conveniently, this is where the boss key is. Alright, so... some sort of rotating puzzle. I assume it has to be some matchup. Okay, we've done these locks before. Okay, it only stays on the angle there, so that's not going to work. Can I turn it? No. No, it turns too much. Oh, wait. What? Yeah, so that should be enough, though. Yeah, I should now be able to turn it by a 90-degree angle, and there we go. I wonder why some turning it one way changes it 90 degrees, and the other one changes it 45. I wonder what. Who knows? All right, puzzle solved. And conveniently, we're right by the boss door. The reason I favorite one of the statues here is because they need... it's important to have it for the boss fight coming up. Now I'm going to go to this boss fight fully healed. Alright. Now we save. And let's see what the boss is. And there's a bunch of the statues in here too, just in case the foreshadowing has been too subtle. Of course, it's some sort of burrowing sand monster. Oh, it's a big mole. Mogriff. It's a griffin mole. Okay. Now it's got some sort of sand wave attack. Yeah, okay, moves around quickly. Ooh, okay, that worked. Sort of. Okay, so it charges it into the statues. That's done to for a bit so we can hit it. More sand waves. Yeah, the iron knuckle is going to be a little too slow. Okay, he stops from hitting himself into the wall, so we do need to use the statues. There we go, I'll conjure one. And now I have a wall against the sand waves. There we go. Okay, Dark Knight. Tag team them. I like doing that. I like tag teaming the boss monsters with my summon creatures. Oh no! Oh, ooh, okay, quicksand. And there go those statues. So now we need to use the ones. That's why I favored the one. Oh, and now it's flying. Now it's flying. Okay. Okay, it's got a tornado attack. Oh, this has been something of a theme so far in Legend of Zelda boss monsters. That's like the third boss in recent memory in Zelda games that has had some sort of tornado-themed attack. Now, these tornadoes put me in mind of the Desert Twister spell from Magic the Gathering, so presumably these statues aren't going to be able to stand up to that. Because otherwise, yeah, otherwise all of its attacks can be blocked with the statues. I think that's a good one. Another Desert Twister? Alright, this should tell me what I want to know. Yeah, that was fairly obvious though. Ah! Jump, jump. Get to the side. Alright, now. Oof, okay, I almost timed it right. Being blocked by my other statue that I left over there. Alright, I think we're almost done here. There we go, Son of the Dark Knight this time, and the whale on him. There we go. Pretty textbook Zelda boss fight. Another heart container. And presumably we were, yeah, there's the rest of Try's friends. So Try's going to level up again, I presume. Another geyser of golden light. There we go. The sanctum is restored and the rift is gone. Ah! Why do so many video games insist on fading to white instead of black? That's so hard on you guys. Alright. Try's going to level up again, I presume? Level 3. Oh, apparently it's literally a full level. I can now create echoes at a distance. Yeah, that's gonna come in handy. Some more mic crystals. Yeah, isn't that what they said last time? Alright, but first let's get to the heart container. 6 hearts. We're doing quite well. 6 hearts out of 2 dungeons is quite good. Yeah, I don't need the snake statue anymore. Alright, time to get out of here. Nope, and here we reunite with Dona. Yep, we're back. Rift is gone now. Yeah, okay, so apparently taking care of the big rift takes care of the smaller ones in the region too. Alright, let's go talk to the Gerudo. Oh, come on. This is a reason to celebrate. We got rid of the, rid of the rift. Yep, everyone's in good spirits. That's nice to see. You are welcome. Yeah, that's kind of what we have to do. Next, we're off to visit the Zora. That's fine. We'll find him. Alright. Before we go on, I want to finish off that side quest and show her the flying tiles. Here you go. I think seriously costs 3 try points. Shows you a bunch of. Wait, what? What am I? Some sort of performing monkey now? Alright, at least they don't actually force me to do it myself. I have a lot of rupees all of a sudden. Well, we're right here by the potion shop. And since I want to probably make a couple potions before we move on and try out some new recipes, and we're almost at the end of the video, this is a good place to stop for today, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to work on some potions here, and that's where we're going to stop for the moment. And we'll pick it up next time, and we'll head towards Zora's domain. Yeah, I'm going to try and get the recipe side quest done too. Yeah. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like and subscribe. And please join me here again next time as we continue our adventures in the lands of Hyrule to try and fix the third rift, which is over by Zora's domain. Goodbye, everyone. In the meantime, I'm going to work on potions.